What is up YouTube, it is Matty and we're going to try a live 3-star hopefully, and let's see what we can do. Now it's kind of important actually because from number 8 to 20 is the 10 or 9s and there's one that's been left and 3 or 4 people have tried it and not been able to finish the deal, and it's a pretty straightforward base if you look at it. I'll do a little zoom out now and you can have a full look at the base, and I'll tell you where the 4 giant bombs are and the 4 Teslas because it's been attacked so many times I know where everything is. Between the wizard tower and the mortar, I'll show you there, and over here that's a giant bomb on each, and then just above the wizard towers, in the gap down here, there's the 2 giant bombs there, and then the 4 Teslas running alongside the expos. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward base. I mean, look at the thing. So I'm going to do a straight up hog on it. Now, let's look at this. So let's start with the start. CC pull. How are we going to do that? Now, the obvious thing for me is to drop a double loon on the cannon there, and you can see then the CC range. All I need to do is like drop a giant or something near one of the arch towers, and that should be enough to just get the CC pull. So that's a really cheap CC pull, which is fantastic. So I'll do that, and then the next thing is how am I going to kill the queen, and is there any giant bombs I can trip? So firstly, yes and yes. The first giant bomb should trip when I break into the wall next to the mortar to get into the queen. So fact is, I'll drop a golem down sort of towards the mortar, 2 wall breakers to let him in, kill squad in there with my king and queen, rush the queen, kill her, and then one of the giant bombs will be tripped anyway. So that's pretty straightforward, which is good news. I think the golem will trip that all by itself anyway. I'm not going to trip any others, I don't think, unless my troops manage to get into the core. I'm not too bothered about that because of where they are, and the fact I'm going to have 4 heal spells with me as well, I think is going to really help. So the rest of the hog attack, now what I'm thinking is if I just deploy 2 groups of hogs all across the top side here, and then drop a heal spell on the wizard tower, on each wizard tower, that's going to basically create a heal spell. Well, pretty much the whole of the top half minus the cannons and mortar are within heal, which means when they come to the expos, when they trip those giant bombs, they're all going to be in heal there. So I'm going to drop a little bit late, but make sure I get the heal down, and that'll be that's the start of the raid really. Then the last 2 heals are probably going to be sort of near the air defense, I would say, to get the final coverage of the core and the Teslas and the wizard towers down the bottom and that sort of thing. So it should be quite a clean attack. So yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. I think the best thing we can do now is give it a go and see how we get on. It should be pretty straightforward from the way I see it. Yeah, nothing too surprising. Pretty much a straight up hog. So just gonna have a look at the camps before we move on. Double check everything. Golem in the CC, correct. 4 heal spells, yep. And I'm cooking loons for my pushing army after. 2 wall breakers and the golem to let me in. The 2 loons and the giant for the initial. 2 witches, 4 barbarians, and a couple of wizards for the CC kill. Might need to do a little bit of funneling. There's some obvious buildings to do that with though, and then 29 hogs for the rest. So this should be a sweep. That's what I'm hoping. Let's go. Okay, 2 loons down. Giant in to start getting the CC pull. Hoping the loons. Yeah, everything's out now. Just going to start pulling everything sort of over here, dropping the 1 witch, 2 witch, queen, wizard, other wizard. I'm going to create a funnel wizard down here as well. Now as soon as the troops start moving forward, I might drop the golem in now. Just going to wait for all the troops to sort of catch up on what they're doing. 2 wall breakers in down there, king in as well. Everything's moving in nicely. Meanwhile, hogs, 2 groups up here. Heal spells getting ready. 1 and 2. So there we go. We've got a lot of things going on right now, trying to keep up with it all. Meanwhile, a wizard up there, wizard up there. Heal spells, just going to keep my eye on these. 1 here and 1 over here. Hopeful that that's going to keep the hogs in the heal spells long enough to get the 3-star. I'm going to drop another wizard up here as well. I really can't do much else now in terms of yeah, clean up. Well, let's see if the hogs can get the king. That'd be excellent. Looks like they're all going on to the king. Boom, he's down. Just looking where I'm going to need my last wizard. It's going to be over here, I think. Should be pretty good for the 3-star on this, guys. We'll replay the video after just to have a bit of a closer look at how it all went. I've got a lot of hogs alive. A lot of hogs alive. So yeah, easy 3-star. Going to be left with about 40 seconds left, I think. Maybe a little bit more actually, with the queen on the CC. In they come, the 99%, and let's see how quick. I mean, that's a lot of hogs left. Wow, 48 seconds left. Boom. Pretty simples. Yeah, it was a pretty easy hog, to be fair. See if anyone's in the clan chat. Yeah, outright massacre's correct. Let's have a look at the replay and see how we did. Now, I think my CC kill didn't go too well. I saw my CC getting overwhelmed, which is why I threw the sort of the golem and the king in a little bit earlier. Now let's just watch the raid and see how it goes. So the 2 loons on the cannon and then the single giant was pretty much a perfect plan. It wasn't going to deviate. If I needed to, I had a hog or 2 to drop in just in case. But you can see there the CC's clearly pulled. It was kind of obvious, and that was that. I didn't really have an obvious anchor spot, so I just dropped the troops in. Now, because they came in at a weird angle, this might affect the CC kill. So you can see here, the wizard, everything's got a little bit close to the witches, and the funnel to the bottom worked quite nice. So I didn't need a funnel at the top, but you can see the witches has actually both died, so it's a pretty good idea that I dropped the golem down, because it sort of started soaking up the damage. And to be honest, the golem wasn't needed all that much, because I was only moving in a little bit, and it's a low level queen anyway. Wall breakers broke in beautifully. King and queen moving in now. Golem's still alive just about. He's about to pop. There he goes. And you can see now we're about to get the first giant bomb blow. Then go the hogs. Now the heal spells, it was a little bit chaotic, but the heal spells did their job and worked nicely. Maybe I could have placed them slightly better, but to be honest, because there were so many hogs, and then I don't know if you saw mid-raid, I sort of threw 2 wizards at the top to start the cleanup. Now king's gone north and queen's gone south, which is beautiful, and because all the hogs were all within heal really throughout the whole raid, it just meant at the back end of the raid I've got like 20 hogs left, something stupid like that. And you can see here, when you've got that many hogs, you've got a nice amount of cleanup troops left as well. King and queen are alive. But you know, it's gonna be it should be a 3-star unless you've had to waste a lot of time at the start. And that was just a very clean, easy hog. When you don't need to worry about double giant bombs, don't overthink it. That's all I would say. If you can find your route into the kill squad, kill the queen, maybe take a giant bomb out if you know where it is. But this sort of base, if you see this, just think, right, if there's no double giant bomb spots, it's obvious what I'm going to need to do, and that is mass hog that mother. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching a live raid. I'm glad to be able to bring a nice 3-star into the clan. And yeah, that's all. Town Hall 9's cleared. We just need to do some final work on the Town Hall 10s to see what we can do. And yeah, that's all. So thanks for watching, guys, as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.